Greetings, my name is Tim Johnson. This is Recovery, Strength, Hope and Courage. It was Mark Twain that once said that forgiveness is the fragrance the violet sheds on the heel of the foot that crushes it. I think that's a beautiful saying, and I think that forgiveness, this is a very quick video about it, is an integral part, or has been an integral part of my recovery. It was something I've never grasped over all the years I've tried to recover from addiction. It's only this time that I've truly forgiven both things from my past, people from my past, and myself. And I think that if you don't cross that bridge, if you don't manage to accomplish that, it's very difficult to remain sober without resentments and anger building up and driving you back towards your addiction. I, for many, many years, blamed my family, my upbringing, my mother, my father who walked out, my mother for drinking and taking drugs, the years of our childhood that me and my brother both sort of fought through. And so I drank on that for many, many years. And even onwards into my development, my first girlfriend I caught, and this is all in my life history, but I caught in bed with another man, resentments building up and drinking on them and using them as excuses. And that's just some of many, many that I carried around with me for all these years into my 50s. And also this self-hatred and this hatred of myself and also this regret that I carried around of the things that I'd done to other people, particularly obviously to my family. And I learned that through the Tao Te Ching actually and listening to people who are a lot cleverer than I am, that forgiveness is at the heart of recovery, really. I think in a lot of people anyway, certainly it was for me. And forgiving first of all my father for walking out, and my mother because understanding things from their perspective and taking a big deep breath and thinking about it and realizing that there's two sides to every story, and that you only see what you want to see, particularly as a child, and you're only, you're interested in your own suffering, if you like. I realized that they had massive issues and they were suffering as well. And I went to my mum's grave and I didn't tell her while she was alive, unfortunately, but I certainly poured it all out and totally forgave her and understood where she was coming from. And I hope she heard me in some way. The same with my father. I don't know if he's alive or not. I'm not going to be trying to chase him or find out that he is. But I've certainly let go of all those feelings and that anger and forgiven it and seen things from his point of view. And just the same, I've forgiven myself and realised that I was sick and I was in a bad place, and that the only thing that matters really now is every second and every moment now, and becoming the best version of myself now to earn back the love, respect and trust of those that I did hurt. And I have apologised, but the apologies are small, aren't they? It's by example now that I carry on and try and earn their respect. But I've started to love myself because I'm looking at myself reflected in other people as well. I've learned understanding because I see myself reflected in everyone that I meet. I see that everyone has the same weaknesses, frailties, fears, anger inside them, whatever that I carried around. So I tend to understand people. I don't get angry and for silly things like if I just use a couple of examples, your plane's delayed, or you have to wait for service in a restaurant, or you have to, all the stupid things in life, the niggles and the and anger that people carry around with them and lack of understanding. I tend to try and look at everyone as a reflection of myself now, and come from a place of love and understanding, and know that we're all connected and we're all the same as each other. So forgiveness is a massive part of recovery. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. And whatever you have to forgive, and for some people it's going to be some horrific things maybe that you may need counselling and help with to reach a stage where you can forgive somebody or something for what's happened to you, and I totally understand that. From my point of view, It wasn't easy to do what I did, so I know how difficult it will be for some of you to reach a stage of forgiveness. But what I can tell you is that a huge weight is lifted off your shoulders, and all that resentment and that anger and self-hatred and bitterness, those things, those excuses that we used to drink on that unhappiness, just are lifted off your shoulders, and that's a massive gift for you in your recovery, and a massive strength, and in my opinion, essential. So that's just a little tip for you there, something I wanted to share with you. And Carpe Diem, seize the day today. Start thinking about this, and start thinking about forgiveness, and making that journey towards it. And most of all, forgive yourselves, and start to learn to love yourselves, as I've been talking about in a lot of my previous videos. Take care. Much love to you all. Thank you. Bye bye.